What's going on, everybody? This is Achilles OBT coming at you with the second half of my brand new video for the best tank in the game. Yes, you are looking at Artanis. Yes, he will be featured on this video. Yes, I'm well aware that there's no way in hell that there is a large group of Heroes of the Storm's players, no matter what level of play, out there that think that Artanis should be in this conversation. But I tell you right now, this is not going to be the same build that I was using this whole time, that I've grown to love, I've grown so fond of, that I basically use to just kill things left and right. This is not going to be that build. This is a completely different build, and I will not lie. The only reason I changed it is because I saw what it could do when I played against it, and when it was used effectively, I just flat out could not kill Artanis. Not only me, but my teammates. We could not kill this motherfucker. We couldn't kill him. So, it opened my eyes to something different about him that made me experiment with my build. And when I tried it out, the first few times I tried it out, I couldn't really see exactly the full effect of it, just because they put me in bad games where we didn't even reach full level. We didn't reach full power at all, and teamwork wasn't there and things of that nature. But when I finally got good teams behind me and I got to get to level 20 with this build, my God, this was a game-changing build that I had stumbled onto, that I saw it used against me, and it made me change the way I thought about this hero. And the thing that's crazy is his damage does not suffer at all for the changes to this build. That's the biggest part about this. Now, again, I'm well aware that Artanis is not a part of the meta at this moment, unless that's changing overnight, because there are people out there who are saying that Artanis has gotten a power spike off of the changes to Season Marksman. Now, really quick, I want to address Season Marksman because I no longer use it. I just flat out think that for me personally, the way I like to play, I think it's kind of been ruined now with the fact that they put a limit on it, and the fact that I feel like the limit is kind of high. I feel like you have to spend a lot of time going after minions to really get that that active ability that you're going for now. It takes a long time, and it puts you in a position where you have to do selfish things, and as a tank, doing selfish things is never a good way to go. So I actually don't use it at all anymore, and that should already key you off to the fact that this is a different build. Just being brutally honest, the only talent that you're going to see me pick, if you've seen my old Artanis videos, the only talent that I'm going to pick that's going to be the same as my old build is the heroic at level 10, and that is it. I am literally choosing a different talent for every single level upgrade. Every single one is going to be something different, and this, I've already tried it as a solo tank. This actually works. Artanis is no longer, I'm going to say this very clearly, Artanis is no longer at a point where he can only be viewed as a support tank. He's the off tank. No, absolutely not. He is definitely strong enough now to be a main tank, to be a frontline tank, and that's exactly what I'm going to showcase in this video. So without further ado, we're going to jump ahead into this game. And as always, I'm going to be, like I did with the last Johanna video, I am going to be detailing what I'm picking and why I'm picking it. So again, let's get into it. Alright, so as far as best tanks in the game videos goes, we're 2 for 2 here as far as having a Morales on our team. The friendly composition, I'm going to get into the issue right after I go over these compositions, but the friendly composition will be an Anubarak, a Sylvanas, a Chromia, a Morales, and myself as Artanis, going against an Azebo, Artanis, Li Ming, Zagara, and a Li. Now, before I get into this, I'm going to mention the problem is that this is a mirror match. So, depending on how the enemy team, he's going for damage, so that doesn't tell anything just yet. We are going to be going for reactive parry at level 1. Yes, I did just say that. So, the problem is that the enemy team's Artanis could essentially go for the same type of thing that I'm going for. And again, going head to head with this kind of build kind of goes nowhere, and that's kind of a problem. But we'll see how that goes. Now, with that being said, there is a really Of course he comes mid lane. There is a really, really hardcore, like, hard counter to this build, and I will get into that maybe as the game goes on. Maybe I'll wait till the end of the game to go for it, to bring it up. See how much damage we're actually able to pour in on him. But again, that's just getting him to his money condition right there, getting him to his shield, which we don't have to worry about so long as we have Morales. However, she does not have a good health situation brewing right now. You just need to soak that better. I'm going to get him away. That's kind of a ballsy play by Lily right there. I almost thought that was Chromie. Man, there's a lot of traffic right now. They are going hard for this this Morales. But the one thing I like is that she's actually she's holding her ground. Shit. Oh, look at that, look at that. Oh, that was a good blind. Lily is another good counter to Artanis. Now, one thing I will mention with this build, because it is not foolproof. It is definitely not foolproof. One thing about this build that is noticeable as the game goes on is that Artanis burns through his mana at a crazy rate. You see, like, our damage and our damage soaked is really, really off the charts right now. And this is something that I want to mention because we're not going to be speccing into Artanis' offense at all. Like, at all. The only offensive talent that I'm going to pick is at level 10 for my laser. That's it. So I just want that to be thrown out there. As the game goes on and we see what kind of damage we're going to be doing here, I just want that to be pointed out. Because Artanis hits really, really fucking hard. And it was something that even I didn't appreciate until here lately when I changed up my build and noticed that I could get away with going for defense and still getting offense. Just going to keep collecting seeds. I hope my teammates don't get themselves killed. I need my teammates to just stay alive, basically. Just stay alive. Don't do anything crazy. So here we are at level 4. I'm going to wait until the big guy actually uses his next stun. There we go. Level 4, we're going to be going for Templar Zeal. Basically, whenever we're below 50%, our Q ability recharges 100% faster. So it makes us a bit spammy with our Q ability. Now, the real purpose for this talent is actually not going to be seen until we hit level 7. And that's something that I want to put out there ahead of time. Oh, I tried to like guess where he was going there instead of just throwing it directly at him. I thought he was going to evade. I thought he was actually like going to wait for me to try that and then take a step upward, and it didn't happen that way at all. So we are going to go for a healing fountain here so that we can get our mana back, because the next time a big fight breaks out, we don't want to go out of mana and not be able to do anything. We are behind on XP right now, so that's something that needs to be cleaned up. Lily did just use her blind, so she can't use them to really stop me. We can pull her back. And we do secure that kill. That's a big win right there. We don't need to lose Morales though. That was probably my fault for engaging that hard. Zebo makes a very, very poor choice of his route right there. However, we do lose Sylvanas as well. How did that happen? Okay, now I need to be careful because I don't have my healer on deck anymore. But I do have my block. Chromie being here is actually pretty good. And now we have a Nubarak as well. Oh, I did unfortunately just blink right into that that polymorph. I do want this Artanis right here. All right, we're going to pull him back because I'm getting annoyed. There we go. Nubarak should be able to finish that. Oh, he lucked out big time. We should back. No need to chase that. All right, so I am actually... Oh, I want that globe. Thank you. I'm going to rotate here because we have two targets that may be slightly overextended. We're going to be going for Psionic Synergy at level 7. So basically, Psionic Synergy makes it so that every time we have the shield active, or from here on, whenever the shield is on a cooldown, I just totally botched that right there. That would have been a guaranteed kill if I landed that. Every time we land a hit with our Q ability on a hero, it reduces the cooldown of our shield by 4 seconds. So now we have two major ways to get our shield off of a cooldown, which is huge. Because Artanis' viability as a tank is completely tied into his shield. Alright, no problem. I'm coming. If I could get these goddamn spiders off of me. Holy shit. Just retreat. On the way. Okay, Morales definitely. We need Morales to be careful here. All right, I'm actually gonna disengage here. I wish we had a way to clear out this creep because I don't want to. I'll burn completely through my mana reserves if I have to be the one to do it. Here we go. We are gonna step up and help this Morales. I will use my Q ability to get her out of that. Trying to keep all of the attention on myself at the moment. So far, the other Artanis hasn't been a problem either, so that also bodes well. I'm keeping vision on these targets here for my teammates. Hopefully they see it. And again, I botched my my phase shift. Oh, Chromie with the good heroic right there. Fortunately, I got distracted. Not worried about this in the slightest bit. We should lead that. Yeah, I was about to say we should go for seeds. I just don't want to lose my teammates here. The trade-off to building Artanis for tankiness is that he absolutely needs his teammates around him in order to secure kills. He's not the assassin that he is when you build into his damage, basically. Yes, he still does damage, but with the damage build, you can get away with doing things by yourself and securing kills. But with the defensive build, you need your teammates there with you. The enemy team does have 10 right now. That's not good. We do pull Artanis back in. We will secure that kill. Definitely seems like the enemy Artanis spec'd into his damage, so that bodes well for us. We won't have to worry about him. We should get 10 here. Get away from this, get away from this. We need 10, we need 10. There we go, we got 10. Again, the laser is the only offensive talent that I'm picking in the entire build. I just want to point that out. And we're still leading on hero damage and damage soaked. We are about to lose our Morales as well. So right now, I'm just going to attack a little bit just to get him to back away. I will gladly soak all of this damage. I'll be just fine. I have enough mana that I'll be okay as well. Again, every time I use my Q ability and land a hit with it on an enemy hero, my cooldown is just being reduced that much more. 4 seconds get shaved off of it. Now, we can't exactly engage here until we get the Morales back, which we now have. So that's good. And the good thing is I don't have to land my W of oh, yeah, that's going to be great. That's going to be fantastic. We're going to bring her right back. That'll secure that kill. We're going to put the laser on Zagara. All we have to do is hit her a little bit. Oh, I should have locked her down. That was my fault. We could push this in a little bit. My mana is actually going to shit right now. This is, again, the only downside to this build is that it makes Artanis a bit spam heavy on his abilities. I got another regen globe out of that. All right. There goes the enemy team's Artanis. Doesn't look like he wants to chase, though. We should go for C's. We should go for this. We should go for this. I will get a few regen globes out of this as well. So far, we're playing well. We're a little down on XP, but it's nothing we can't clean up. We are just going to warp him there. Lily does a very, very good job of using her heroic there. Oh, man, I'm actually kind of out of position here. But thankfully, I did make it out. We are going to do that to get our shield off of a cooldown. I will grab this fountain to get my mana back, and we'll be just fine. I do have a phase shift off cooldown here. I'm just going to bring him right back. He's dead as fuck. Someone get it. I don't want to be the one to do it. I don't think I should be. I feel like every time I try to showcase a hero or a build, I end up on this map where I potentially have to be the one to grow for the terror. It's bad luck, really. Oh, I was trying to step out of that so hard right there. There we go. Just going to clear out some waves. Not worried about that. Oh, we should go in on the Zagara. She's dead as fuck. Good job. I like our Chromie. She's not being too aggressive with her positioning, but she's being really, really aggressive with her abilities. And every time she uses a temporal, it's usually leading to good things for us. And now we have our friendly Terra has actually full team support here, so that's another good thing. I don't have to use my laser here. It's worth mentioning. Level 13, we're going to be going for Phase Bulwark. Basically, this gives the shield the ability to do the same thing as the spell shield. So I can take ability damage just fine. It cuts it in half, in fact. Let's go ahead and bring him in. I am going to use my laser. Fortunately, I did not secure the kill right there. Oh my god, the slows are real. Thankfully, though, so is the support. Back, 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 back. Please back. That's fantastic. We just maintained a push the whole way and didn't lose anybody. Now, with that being said, the enemy team could get aggressive here and secure a kill here if they play their cards right. So we still have to be careful. One thing that I feel like is a kind of a rule of thumb with Artanis is that I have to be able to secure kills on people I use a laser on. And so far, I have not been able to do that. So that's definitely something that I want to work on. We should go for Zagar because Zagar is the one that doesn't have a way to escape. We are going to bring Li Ming right back. All right, I was wrong. Good to be wrong when you can secure a kill out of being wrong. Our Morales is playing a really, really, really strong game, too. We have a good team here, for sure. And this is what I was hoping for in doing a video like this. And again, the hardcore part, a lot of the pieces have fallen in place already with this build, but we haven't gotten to the OP section of the build yet, which we're about to get to at 16 and 20. Now, Nazeebo is making another bad call here with his positioning. Not worried about that at all. We don't make him pay for it, though, unfortunately. He was able to get away. We should have had that. Them not having Zebo here for a seed part would have been huge. Now, it does appear that the friendly team is getting into a fight. We are going to use our laser here just to get Artanis off of somebody's case. I'm going to just pull him back so that he can fall right back into the laser. Good interrupt by Anubarak. There we go. That's one kill. Now we're going to actually get ourselves involved in the fight again. I'm going to get a Nubarak out of that. Oh, get Zebo, get Zebo, get Zebo. There we go, that's another kill. Level 16, we're going to be going for Shield Surge. This is going to make our shield even stronger than it already is. Essentially, it gives me double the amount. I did actually secure that on Lily. Again, I can just keep bringing up my shields. This is the idea. They have no way to stop me from doing this, so we could just do that all day. All day. And it's going to be even easier once we hit level 20. And again, you're seeing the result of it is that we have no mana. So after we grab these seeds, we absolutely need to... Ah! Fuck! We absolutely need to get out of here as soon as we get this because I have no mana. I can't really... I'm not worried about dying. It's just that I don't have mana to get my shields off the cooldown. But again, look at how much we get back. Like, I could just keep taking... And it keeps resetting. And that's the idea. You can't get Artanis off of his shields. So if you can't do it, you can't kill him. It doesn't matter what you do. Like, I've seen it. Like, we've tried. I saw this firsthand used against me, and that's when I lost my fucking mind. It should be a Nubarak, because I have the shields. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Hey, look at Zagara. We're going to stay right here. Oh, shit. Okay, I can give that up. And I will get my shield off the cooldown. This is going to be my fault if we get wiped. That's definitely my fault. They will be able to get... They should be able to get this Artanis, though. Oh, the stasis! The stasis inadvertently just saved the enemy team's Artanis. That's unfortunate. Oh, look at that! Chromie made another play! Man, this Chromie's good. That was 100% My fault. That was my fault for getting greedy, trying to steal that camp from the enemy team's Zagara. I should have just stood with my team, and I know it. Absolutely my fault. Definitely won't be doing that again. That's our first death of the game, and it was completely my fault. While we have a moment here, you see the difference in the damage soak here. We've been involved in more than a Nubarak, but we're actually soaking just fine. We're actually out soaking the enemy team's Artanis as well. I'm going to try like fuck to get back to my teammates here and start the entire process. See, now I have a full tank of mana. So this could be a really, really, really bad situation for the enemy team so long as my teammates stay alive. So we're going to go right in on this. We're not going to hesitate at all. We're just going to pull this cigar right back. You're not going to be able to go home with your team. That's not happening. So both of the enemy team specialists are dead here. Worth mentioning. I did not notice the temporal right there. That's my fault. Artanis, you're going to pay for this. You're not going anywhere either, homeboy. And it's worth mentioning that he has not spec'd into his shield the way that I have. We're going to put that right on him right now. His shield's going to go off a cooldown. Oh, it does not land a kill, though. Man, I am struggling with that. We should back. Go for seeds, go for seeds, go for seeds, go for seeds. We don't have a Morales, so pushing into a fort like that is maybe not the best call right now.
It's over for now, but
don't go forward either. Don't go forward. I do agree with that call. Nubarak's making some very, very good calls right now. Once we hit 20, this is going to be even harder to kill me. I just need to, I need to do a better job of securing kills with my laser. We do get the Artanis right there, though. Now all we have to do is body block him, which he does a very, very good job doing that. We're going to do this. Oh, he actually secures a kill. Oh, wow. I can't even take it away from him. He's making plays right now. That'll get our shield off of a cooldown. We won't be able to get it off of a cooldown this time, but thankfully Morales was in a position to get us back to health. He's legit making plays right now with his build. I cannot take that away from him. Chromie's doing a good job too. I saw this right here. Somebody's right there. I believe it's Zagara. I'm gonna assume it's Zagara just because of the creep popping up here. Man, that was impressive, really, it was. Like, him getting his shield the way that he did, getting that pick the way that he did. Like, he's doing some work when he's getting close to dead, too, so. Speaking of that. Oh, man, there we go. Not getting away from that one. Oh, God. Run. Man, that's unfortunate. We do secure that kill. We are going for that level 20 upgrade. That'll actually, our auto attacks do even more to get us off of a cooldown. Lily's for sure going to die here. Or at least she should. I do have my my phase shift off of a cooldown. That'll help us body block. I don't want to use my Q to try and catch her here. There we go. That'll kill her. Fantastic. And you just see how we're not struggling with damage at all. There is no drop-off. And this is something that is going unnoticed right now. Not only by players, but maybe possibly by the development team as well. This may turn into something that they start keeping an eye on, where they feel like he may need a nerf, because we just recently lost our damage. We just recently lost it. But the fact that we're even in Chromie's level right now, like we're even at a position to be close to Chromie, considering that we've had no upgrades. Oh, Sylvanas, no. We've had no upgrades whatsoever to our offense. This is just Artanis at his base. That's it. And we're still doing that amount of damage. It's nuts. I really, really, really don't know what happened to Sylvanas right there. I wish she didn't do that. I just hope it's not a case of somebody trying to do too much by themselves, because it's not needed. Like, we can win team fights no problem, so we don't need to go off doing solo things right now, because that's essentially how you set up a loss. And we're 30 seconds without Sylvanas, where the enemy team has everybody, so that's huge. I don't feel safe leaving Chromie out there like that either. We have to secure this kill on Lily. And I missed my fucking shift. God damn it, man. That's a huge miss. Yeah. Sylvanas will get it. That's fine. Totally okay with that. Now I have to keep an eye on Morales in case somebody shows up to try and kill her. I got to make it my own personal business to keep her alive better, because I have not been doing a good job with that. Chromie's actually stuck too. Here comes the enemy team. I'm going to position myself right away here where I could actually soak most of this damage. There we go. We're going to get that off of a cooldown. Actually, we don't even have the shield yet. I still have another 30 seconds until I get my heroic off of a cooldown as well. We're going to bring him right back. He's not going to be able to go anywhere. I don't actually know who the Morales just stimmed. We do secure that kill. She stimmed a Nubarak. That's interesting. Let's get us out of this. Man, I am not doing a good job of keeping Morales alive. Like, I actually feel bad about it. We should go for this building up here. I actually Chromie's got the right idea right there. I'm glad she saw that, because I thought about going back to help that that lane get pushed in a little bit, so that our minions are actually following up on us better. So at this point, we're just trying to steal a few more buildings before we lose this, and essentially we're going to be hanging out to try and keep Sylvanas alive once she runs out. Back away, back away, back away, back away. No need to stay. Back away. Do not fight that. Man, Chromie is doing so much damage. Just run. Just run. Go for this instead. I'm telling you, man, a big part of doing a successful lane push is knowing when to leave. And again, I want to reiterate that this is something you could completely do just fine with Artanis as a solo tank. Obviously it works that much better when you have a secondary tank with you, but it works just fine as a solo. Now, the hard counter I was going to mention is that two ways to kind of negate the fact that Artanis can just keep spamming shields. One way is basically a very, very hard chain stun composition. I have been stunned into all oblivion trying to use this. And essentially, if Artanis cannot attack, there's no way he can get his shields back. So, that's one way to counter this. That's what I want to point out right now. The other way to kind of counter this is less aggressive. It's actually the opposite, is to just flat out run away from it. Because he can't, like, if he's not in a position to attack you, then he can't get his shields back. We're going to leave that. I don't want to chase that.
Night falls once more, and soon
Tired of being kited.
shall rise again.
All right. It's worth mentioning that we have yet to throw out one good laser. We haven't done one yet. And I say we haven't done one yet because I haven't secured a kill, and I'm just accustomed to getting kills with it, and I'm just not doing a good job with that right now. So hopefully I can clean that up. That's completely on me. I do not put that on my teammates at all. We're going to try and go after this Li Ming. We'll bring her right back. There we go. That's a big win. And we didn't have to use our laser to get it either. Oh, that's a huge maw. Fuck, man. I am going to put this laser down on Azebo. And it looks like he's going to be able to get away as well. Oh, we need to be on the same page here. There we go. Again, I'm not even slightly worried about dying here. Oh, man, I got off a cooldown too fast and I prematurely used it. Oh, Chromie is so good right now. Oh, there we go. Artanis is actually going to back here. I'm going to bring him. Oh, I tried, man. We will get a building out of this, though. And we do have a push. We could stay with this. Because we have Sylvanas, we can actually push this no problem. Look at that damage we just did to him right there. There you go. Take the building. Take the building. We keep this going, we could actually end without the plant. Take this out as well. I'm going to get that globe. I'm not worried about that. Stay with me, stay with me, stay with me. Alright, if we want to play cautious, I'm okay with it. I'm never opposed to playing cautious. Never. Like I said earlier, knowing when to leave, right there, I made a bad call and my teammates called me out on it and told me to back away, which I fully appreciate. Now I'm going to start this. Help me, help me. Oh, Chromie, please don't die. Please don't. Oh, my God, man. Why was she there? There was no need. Oh, man, and now this thing is zoning us out. Over here, there's a kill waiting. And I missed again. This is going to be bad. This for sure is going to be, unless we can get this in Zebo, which we did, thankfully. Now I need to protect Morales. I'm going to soak that for her, no problem. Lily did actually just use her heroic, so we'll be fine on that front. Oh, that was actually pretty good by Sylvanas. We do get Lily as well. Artanis negates my Q ability right there. We do get Zagar as well. Everything falling into place here. Keep Morales alive. Oh, man. We're going to bring him right back. Focus him down. Focus him down. He'll lose his shield because he did not spec into it. There we go. That's 4 down again. We could push with this plant. If she takes the bottom lane, I don't understand why you divert at all. And again, my health is just fine. Yes, in a normal situation, this is not a fight you want to take. But with my build, I'm actually at my strongest right now that I'm halfway dead. And I have just enough mana that I'll be just fine. She needs to drop a plant. There you go. We'll get Zebo to fuck off there. Hit the core, 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 hit the core. No need to hit anything else. That's going to be game. Well played all. Outstanding Chromie, really. That was an outstanding Chromie. So we didn't do a good job of keeping Morales alive. She did a fantastic job of keeping us alive. Very, very selfish on our part, but we got to clean that up for the next one. But hopefully you enjoyed that video. Again, with this build, it essentially puts Artanis on a different playing field. And clearly, look at the damage soaked. Again, same thing as the Johanna. A long match, sure. But we soaked a very, very high amount of damage, just like we did in the last Johanna video. But look at the difference in takedowns and the hero damage. That's the difference right there. Unlike Johanna, Artanis can still do assassin things while doing tank things. No problem. I mean, look how much more we soaked than the Anubarak. And Anubarak is one of the strongest warriors in the game right now off of his latest patch. And look what we just did. No problem whatsoever. We were able to do that, no problem. Now, the funny thing is, you could still kind of get away with doing this regardless of... Let me see what the enemy team's Artanis did. He kind of spec'd into it a little bit. He went halfway. He went offense. He went sort of defense with the blinds. He went offense again here with the triple strike, but then went defense the rest of the way. And you see it didn't really have a large effect. Yeah, his death count was higher, but he still soaked a good amount and dealt a good amount of damage. The thing is, we had a better team on our side, so it just flat out played out that way. Our Chromie was outstanding. I cannot stress that enough. And you see we outslayed them 31-16, but we had no trouble whatsoever staying alive. Even more so when we had the Morales there, but even if the Morales was not there, essentially, if Artanis has mana and you can't stun him, You are not going to kill him if you're playing against somebody who knows how to use him. It is not happening. And it's worth mentioning that the one death I had was because I made a stupid bonehead play and I overextended in a situation where I didn't need to. So for in all likelihood, we could have very well finished this game with even more damage soaked and no deaths with the same amount of time. Maybe even more takedowns. Maybe. Who knows? But again, I made a bonehead play, and that's the only reason I even had one death. I really, really hope some of this is sinking in because Artanis is at a point right now where his power level is ridiculous. Detailing the build here, at level 1, we go for reactive parry. Using Twin Blades reduces damage taken from the next hero basic attack by 50%, stores up to 2 charges. So every time you use your double strike, you queue up a shield to block auto attacks. I've actually grown fond of it on Artanis here lately because, I do not like where the seasoned marksman has gone, so I had to find a different talent to pick, and I feel just fine adding the block. At level 4, we went for Templar Zeal. Excuse me, my English is like completely fucking up right now. We go for Templar Zeal. Blade Dash cooldown recharges 100% faster while you are below 50% health. At level 7, again, everything about this build is it goes into effect. It kicks Artanis into overdrive once he's halfway dead. When he's halfway dead, he's completely fucking good. So, level 7, Psionic Synergy. Every time Blade Dash hits an enemy hero, it reduces Shield Overload's cooldown by 4 seconds. So this can potentially land 2 hits per usage of this ability. So you're shaving off 8 seconds on top of the fact that every auto attack you land knocks off 4 seconds as well. So you can get this shield back in no time so long as you're aggressive. And again, as long as the enemy team has no way to stun you, which thankfully in this case, there was no way for the enemy team to stun me. So I was just fine. There was no way for them to get me off of this. Again, I cannot stress that enough. There is a hard counter to this build in the form of chain stuns. If you can stun Artanis, he cannot get his shields back. So there is a weakness to this build. I want to point that out. I don't want to make it seem like this is like foolproof, like there's nothing that could go wrong, because that's not the truth. Level 10, I went for Purifier Beam so that I could have a form of damage to do out there, an extra form as it is. Again, I did not have a very good laser game, especially by my own standards, because I consider myself to be a very, very good Artanis user. So it's not, I didn't secure any kills with it, and that's definitely completely on me. Not good usage of the laser at all, but that's not a reflection of how the ability is as a talent. Level 13, Phase Bulwark. This is where we completely spec into the shield. When Shield Overload activates, you take 50% less damage from abilities for 4 seconds. That is monstrous. 4 seconds of nerfed damage from abilities. So mages, range damage dealers like shooters and stuff like that, melee damage dealers, whatever their abilities are, for 4 seconds. You gotta think that 4 seconds is all it takes for them to burn through all of their abilities. So if they burn that all on you, they're only doing half the damage. And when you tack on the Shield Surge at level 16, it increases Shield Overload shields by 100%, but decays to the normal amount over 3 seconds. I'm gonna flat out say it. You don't notice the decay effect at all. It really just feels like you're just getting double shields no matter what, because you're going to be able to get your shield back within 3 to 4 seconds anyway with this build, so you don't really notice the decay effect at all. And then again at level 20, you just add another way. You just improve one of your ways to get your shield back. Force of Will increases shield overload's cooldown reduction from basic attacks from 4 seconds to 6 seconds. So again, you're landing your auto attacks. You're landing your Q abilities. As long as they can't stun you, there is no way for them to stop you from getting your shields. The only way for them to stop you, if they don't have a way to stun you, is if you run out of mana or they run away from you so that you have no means to be aggressive offensively. That is it. If they cannot do either, if neither happens or they don't have the stuns, good luck trying to kill Artanis. It is not going to happen, especially if he has a very, very good team, very, very good team behind him, which in this case, we absolutely did have a good team. We had an outstanding team behind us, so we were able to showcase that. Again, 13 kills, 16 assists, only 1 death, a bonehead death at that, a decent amount of siege damage considering we weren't in the plant. We weren't really going for siege, though, but we had 88,000 hero damage, which was only 2,000 behind Chromie, who, again, we did not spec into our offense. This is all Artanis base value. Let that sink in. And then the tanking side, which was the entire build, we soaked 146,000 damage. Enemy team's Artanis soaked 147. The difference is he died 8 times to get his soak, where we died only once to get our soak. So again, let that sink in. Hopefully you enjoyed this brief mini-series. I'm not conclusive as to which one I personally think is better. Honestly, I feel like I could have added Rexar into this conversation with the way he is. This could have been a 3-way conversation if I wanted it to be, but I wanted this to focus on Johanna, and I wanted this to focus on Artanis. Artanis being the bigger one because I feel like nobody is seeing this yet. Like right now, he's not a part of the meta. This is something you can completely take for yourself, try it out, see it for yourself, guaranteed, so long as they don't stun you to all high hell, you will see results out of this, and it is extremely powerful. Artanis is a major asset to have on your team in the right hands, and I'm just trying to cast a little bit of a spotlight on it right now as best as I can with my low-end channel. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you enjoyed this mini-series. Gonna try and keep these videos coming out. Again, I am not switching to Overwatch 100%. I'm going to be doing both at the same time, so definitely keep your eyes out for more Heroes content, because it's definitely coming. I'm never going to walk away from Heroes because that's what's getting the traffic, and I absolutely love the game, so there's no reason for me to stop. As always, I appreciate the support. This is Achilles LBT. As always, that's Achilles with the Z. Remember it.